All right, so we're back with the same old story. Atlanta real estate investors invested with somebody, and they claim that they're out of money. So we're gonna check out what happened, and then we're gonna react to it.
Invested with who they believe was an Atlanta real estate pro, but don't know what happened to their money after.
Wow, and Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray with us on this. So Justin, you talked to some investors who have similar stories here.
And Justin, of course, there are no guarantees a real estate investment is going to pay out profits, but these investors say this is more than just a bad investment.
If you want to present the opportunity for everyone to come in and make 100, 150, maybe 200 grand over the next 18 months, just
All right, real quick, nobody can put a number on any real estate investment. So I just want to let people know that it's the roll of a dice. There are certain people that have certain skill sets that can know what they're doing, but they've been in the game for a while. But nobody can put a number on that if you're somebody that's just providing money. I just wanted to say that.
about feeling properties.
Bentley recorded parts of Duran Dimmick's real estate pitch on base at Fort Campbell in Kentucky.
I was really impressed by what he was saying. I mean, he was really good.
Like the market was crazy.
As Lee was preparing to leave the Army, the investment opportunity sounded enticing.
So I just took a leap of faith.
He paid a $5,000 coaching fee to get started and invested another $15,000. But
So I don't see anything wrong with paying somebody to kind of shadow you or hold your hand through a deal. That's somebody's time and expertise and their knowledge, right? But when it comes to the whole, and I've talked about this before, can you do it for me? Can you invest for me? That always has its own problems, and 99% of the time, they always end the same exact way. This is the same story, different day.
you don't have to go to one of Dimmick's in-person presentations.
The problem is that you're complacent and you're okay with where you are in life.
The Atlanta real estate investor also pitches on social media.
He knows how to talk.
Daphne Bonilla first met Dimmick on an Atlanta movie set. She invested $20,000 with him.
So the agreement was that I would get a minimum of 20% of my investment within 90 days after the commencement of this project.
I knew Duran from high school.
Eartha and Zuri Farngallo were living in New York, but turned to Dimmick because they wanted to flip houses here in Atlanta.
So we really leapt at this opportunity for someone who presented themselves as an expert in this area to be able to do that from afar.
You gave him $30,000. What do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
The Farngallos, Ben Lee, and Daphne Bonilla all had similar reasons for wanting to invest, and all are in a similar spot now.
I was in communication with him and his assistant for the whole time until he stopped responding.
He started sort of ghosting me. He stopped answering. He would make excuses.
We never saw a property. We never got any details.
Yeah, everything's in, but
Duran Dimmick agreed to speak to me by Zoom as he checked in on work and an Atlanta property he's renovating.
you can't have the success that I have. You can't accomplish the things that I've accomplished by stealing from people.
Dimmick says skyrocketing interest rates and inflation changed the business overnight as these investors were looking for a quick return.
Materials went up, things went up. It just happened. I almost lost everything.
And he showed me his contract that states right at the top, client understands that the real estate market may change unexpectedly, rendering some or all the information provided by the consultant null and void.
Well, I tell you right now, most people don't read their contracts in real estate. That's a big thing. But I mean, this is facts. Markets do change. Because most people don't know that with real estate, it's broken down into a bunch of micro markets, right? Like you can take, one county, and you could have something going on with a very small market on one side of the county, and on the other side of the county, the market is booming. So this is facts. These things do happen, and most people don't understand this. They only understand the, investing $100,000 and making $200,000. Like that's most people's view of real estate that don't actively participate. They think it's really that simple.
People who invest and want the quick return, they don't understand that process.
The Farngallos don't buy that argument. Their attorney says $10,000 of what they're fighting for was a wire transfer. For their initial investment, Dimmick wanted faster, so they sent a second time through Venmo.
You send it to me that way, it's going to take too long. Send it to me the faster digital method, and I'll return the wire transfer to you, and it just never happened.
Do you owe them $10,000? Does somebody owe them $10,000?
GWP owes them $10,000. Yes.
Dimmick claims it's the LLC, GWP Consulting, that owes the money, not him. His company is GWP Holdings. Both companies are listed as dissolved on the Secretary of State registry. Dimmick says Daphne Bonilla's money is still invested in a project that is not completed.
The only remedy is I just give me a little bit more time. I can get it worked out.
As for Ben Lee,
I'll tell you straight up, Ben Lee is an honest guy. Ben Lee is going to be made whole.
Lee says he's heard that before.
They gave me all of these dates saying that I would get a payment to do payment arrangements, but every time the day would come, nobody would answer.
You certainly don't have a property. I think that's the most hurtful part of this, right? This is $30,000 that we could have invested in the market. We could have invested in an actual property.
Now, Dimmick claims the Frangalos backed out of 3 projects and lost earnest money because of it. But in a default judgment, a Cobb court ordered GWB Consulting to pay the Frangalos $30,000 plus attorney fees. They haven't seen a dime of that money, and they are suing Dimmick directly as well. That case is still open, as are separate lawsuits by both of the other people we talked to today.
So, Justin, is there something people looking to invest can do to keep out of something like this?
Yeah, do it yourself.
It's one of those things that's not rocket science, right? You got to do your research. All 3 investors we talked to said the same thing. They wish they had done more on the front end. But the thing was, they went with somebody they trusted.
Well, they invest.
See, the thing is, when it comes to this whole real estate investing thing, most people, I'll just go ahead and say it, are too lazy to do it themselves. You have to get out here and learn. Stop trying to depend on other people to do for you. This same story is going to continue to happen over and over and over. This is something that, we've seen before. And this is because people don't want to do the work themselves. They just want to hand off the money and have somebody else do it for them. Now, again, I don't see anything wrong with consulting. Like, you're paying somebody to walk you through. Think about it. It's their time, right, and their expertise. That's cool. But nobody is going to treat your money better than you treat it. So you should act like it. And to be fair, this guy, he posted on his Instagram, I guess his full side of the story. So I'm going to play some of this, and then, we're going to talk about it some more.
Where did the money go? Deron, tell me what happened. Where did the money go? Where does the money go? I paid you. Where did the money go? Where does the money go? Tell me about the money. Let me tell you. This question should have been asked a long time ago. Should have been a response a long time ago for all investors, or for everyone that's looking to get into wholesaling, and for everybody that's looking to get into flipping deals, right? So here we go. Let's start with the sexy part, which is flipping, right? So for 10 to 15, for about 7 years now, we charge, GWP, we charge $10,000 to consult with people about flipping deals. And people have paid it, and people have made money. We got a young lady we posted, she made $100,000. She paid us $10,000, and she made $100,000 on her first flip. Got another young man who closed. Y'all seen that picture? He made $78,000. Another young man, he made $48,000. You've all seen this. This is everything. This is people that paid $10,000. The reason we can charge $10,000 is because people are making money. People have flipped deals and they've made money with us. 7, 8 years now. Before that, we were charging $5,000. Before that, we were charging $2,500. So, 1,000.
Again, I don't see anything wrong with, a consulting fee.
That wanted to flip deals, especially my California investors. They go crazy out there. We just don't have enough inventory for them. Now, $10,000 for a consulting fee. Part of that fee is we're supposed to send you 3 deals, and we have to get contractors. We have to get everything that we need to get everything in place. Get you approved. Get your contractors.
All right, so let me tell you the flaw in that, right? See, that's too involved, right? Promising people the deal, along with the consulting fee and the financing and the contractors. That right there is a recipe for disaster. It should be, hey, these are things that you should be looking for in contractors, right? Telling people, all right, these are the type of licenses a contractor should have. Here are a list of contractors, that are licensed. There are state websites you can go on to find these contractors that are licensed. The same thing with the lenders, right? Here are what lenders normally look for. Here are a list of lenders, go read the reviews, go talk to them, and not just like, all right, this contractor, this lender, this, here, this deal, right? You have this person too far in your pocket. You're already paying them to be your mentor, right? But then if you're using all of their resources also, that you're too far in their pocket. So some of these things you need to kind of like, talk to 5 contractors, get 10 or 5 quotes from contractors, get 5 quotes from, you know, different style lenders to figure out the best thing that works for you, right? But just, you know, being too involved in somebody's process and their folks, it puts you too deep into their pocket, because now you're really dependent on them, if that makes sense.
Budgets that's needed, everything, okay? And we have to do that within about 90 days, because if not, that $10,000 turns into $3,000 a month, which at $3,000 a month, I could have got a job to make $3,000 a month. So it's on us, it's pressure on us to get everything done. If we don't get you what you need in 3 months, it takes 6 months, that goes down to less than $2,000 a month, okay? That's the consulting fee. That's the pressure for consulting, okay? $10,000, get everything done in a 3-month time period. That means finding inventory, getting budgets, on top of making sure that the deals work with the bank. If the deal works with the bank, then it's a good deal, okay? That means the bank's approved it, we approved it, the agent has approved it, everybody approved it. Now, when we do these deals, we have to put up earnest money. We're here in hot Atlanta. The earnest money can be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 or more, because we have really good deals. We put up earnest money, and y'all excuse my allergies. We put up earnest money, and the earnest money is always non-refundable. That's why we have to do our due diligence, because the earnest money ends up going to the seller if we default on the contract. So once we do everything, we put it together, and you say yes on the deal, we put up the earnest money. The earnest money goes to the attorney. If we walk away from the deal, we lose the earnest money. Okay, maybe the deal didn't work. We walk away from the deal.
All right, so here's the thing when it comes to earnest money deposit, also known as EMD. You should always have a clause in your contract that I call a weasel clause, right? Sometimes we use an inspection clause where it gives you, 5, 7, 3 days, however long, to walk through the property, to look at it, have your contractor show up so that you can actually dial in on your numbers. So that way, if you see something that you don't like, or if there are any red flags within the property that's going to cost you more money, you can get out and get your earnest money deposit back. Now, I'm not sure if they did that, but this is something that you should think about if you're somebody that is looking to get into flipping homes. So that way you can protect your EMD.
Yeah, but just know that $5,000 that you put up on each deal is non-refundable. The only way to get that money back is if we close a deal. Okay?
That's not true. Again, I mean, maybe on how he's doing it, but you can have an inspection contingency in your contract with the seller.
So we go to the next deal. You don't close on that deal. That's another $5,000. Okay, not even sweating about that. And I'm talking about a real scenario, real situation. Okay, real situation from what you saw. The second deal we didn't close on, and I guess at this point we're 4 or 5 months into getting this done. Now it's a question on whether or not you won't even close a deal, or you just wanted to play in the market. Did you want to play in the market, or did you actually want to close a deal? Because every time you put up earnest money, we put up earnest money to secure the deal, and then you put up money to secure the deal. And if you don't close the deal, we both lose, because we're partners on doing this flip. Okay? There it goes. Now, when you get into real estate and you get into these deals, things can happen. Everybody knows this. This is not something I came up with. Everybody knows this. This is something that can happen. Okay? Material costs can go up. That's just one of the things. Contractors can run off. I've never had a contractor run off. Not in probably about 12 years. I haven't had a contractor run off, because we cover that. If the contract runs off, we still typically cover that. Okay? The next thing is, it's not a get rich quick. It's not a get rich quick. It is a make money soon, but it's not a get rich quick.
Yeah, and I agree with him on that. I think that there's a lot of people that have that idea. They're trying to get, rich fast, make a lot of money fast in real estate. And now if you're a wholesaler, it could be possible, but you got to build a firm foundation. But for most people, it won't happen. But I just wanted to give him a chance, and you all can head to his Instagram and watch the entire video. But I just wanted to kind of give him a chance, so that it's not really one-sided. For him to say what his side of the story is. But I just wanted to just kind of shed light on this, because this happens all the time. If you're somebody that wants to become a real estate investor because it sounds sexy, do the work yourself, take the losses yourself, so that you can blame no one but yourself, but stop giving people money. And I hope this helps somebody that was possibly thinking about doing this. Thanks for watching.